Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make a very simple web page in basically 5 minutes using tools that are available on basically any PC or Mac. So this is definitely for people who have never done coding before. You might have 5 minutes on your lunch break or be procrastinating and starting to think about maybe doing some coding or learning what it's about. This is for you. Anyone who knows anything at all really about coding will probably find this far too basic. All right, so the first thing you'll need to do is open up a text editor, and the one available on PCs, which is what I'm using, is Notepad. So I'm just going to open up that. And in here, we're going to write some HTML code. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is what basically all websites are composed of. And HTML consists of tags. And tags generally less than, greater than. And the first one that you're going to want to do in your HTML is to declare that this document is an HTML document, which you do with a exclamation mark, doc type HTML. All right, the next tags that you'll need are HTML tags, and most of these tags have an opening tag like that, and a closing tag, which is the same but with a backslash. And all of our HTML code will go in between these two HTML tags. So no matter how big it gets, these HTML tags will be at the start and the end. And HTML files are made up of two main sections. One is a body, so we're going to do some body tags, /body, and the other is a head tag, which I'm sorry should go above the body. All right, and the head tags contain information that you can't generally see. Contains data, for example, that search engines would use, like Google. It also contains links to other files which the web page uses. One thing it does contain that you can actually see is a title, and that's all we're going to do in this particular example because we're keeping it very basic and very noob friendly. And we're going to call this my first web page. And that's all for our head section. And the body section of an HTML file is generally the information that you can see. And one of the main tags that you can use is a header tag. I'm going to use an H1. So we're going to create some H1 tags, again with the opening and closing. And H1 just gives a big heading, and our heading is going to be my awesome noob web page. And that's it. That's all we need to do as far as coding to get our web page up and viewable. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to save it as my first web page .html. make sure that you use the .html so that it knows what type of file it is. Click Save. And from there, you just need to open up your browser. So I'm going to use Chrome, but you can use Firefox or anything you like. And what I didn't realize until fairly recently was that you can actually use your web browser to directly open a file that is just stored on your local machine. So if you go Control O, and click on your code, there it is. Your web page is up and viewable in HTML. So that's pretty cool, I think, for somebody who is not from a coding background. Even though I was fairly tech savvy, I thought I didn't actually realize that you could do that until fairly recently. So you're up and running. So from there, there are plenty of tags you can use in HTML. I will include a link to some further instructional videos in the comments section that I found useful, and you can go through them and do further research. But for now, we're just going to do another quick change. I'm going to create a paragraph tag, which is a /p, and this is just for writing out text. So here I'm just going to say, here's some more text. Save. Go back to Chrome and refresh. Here's some more text. So that's all we're going to do at the moment. The other thing I should mention was, if you remember, we included our title, my first web page. You can see this up here. So your title is here, and that's the only viewable thing that we have in our head section. And the body section is made up of our H1 here and our paragraph, which is here. So one more thing I was just going to show you quickly before we go is, if you want to view the HTML of basically any web page, you just open the web page and you go Control U. And this is the HTML for the Google homepage, which is obviously a fair bit more detailed than the HTML we just wrote, but nonetheless, it still contains the elements that we did. So you've got your doc type HTML here, your opening HTML tag here. If you scroll down, you'll find your body tag somewhere. Where is it? Here. So this is your closing head tag, and then your body, and all this information in here. So if we go back to our web page and do the same, Control U, it will show us the HTML. So that's all I wanted to do. Hopefully you've learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.